What's up guys, it's BK. So today's video we are working on the type R as you guys see on the thumbnail. We got a few things to talk about. My post experience of chuckwalla counterclockwise was my first time. That was really fun. Overall, I'm just really happy with that track day because I beat Lewis by a second. Doesn't mean much because he was driving a bone stock TLX with AO52s, so he probably had a lot more grip than I did, but they were pretty old and used, so who knows? But again, he's on AO52. So that's, if you're watching this, Lewis, I beat you by second, and that's because you had AO52. So pretty happy about that. Probably pushing 320 that day. I had FIREHAWKs. They weren't sticky. And I'll kind of explain right now why I didn't feel so confident. And I figured out the reason why I wasn't so confident. I did check the tires before the track event. They were great. And post-track event, you'll see. But anyway, so today's video, we're just gonna do some maintenance on the type R. Shout out to my boy George from Darkside, always hooking it up, always helping me out. Probably one of the biggest sponsors of this YouTube channel. He pretty much said, hey, I heard you needed some tires. I got some tires. Do you want these tires? And I, short story, I said, hell yes. So we are gonna be rocking the RPF ones again. Maybe you guys are planning to buy type R or whatever it may be, but these two wheel setups are completely different specs, completely different tire brand, but they're both running 265. The RPF ones aren't as aggressive as the TE37s. The TEs are 18.9.5 plus 38. The RPF ones are 18 by 8.5 plus 40. So they're not as aggressive as the TEs, but again, they're both running 265s. I just, excuse me, but I cringe a lot when people say, will these tires fit my type R? I get frustrated because I'm like, dude, there's so much content outside. There's Fitment Industries, there's CIVIC.com, there's myself, there's so many people that can answer this question for you. But it's so silly that people don't know how to use a Facebook search bar and just say, will this fit my type R, right? Or whatever spec it is that you're running, or whatever wheel spec you want to run, right? Because it's so easy, but pretty much as long as you run 18.9.5 plus 38 or a higher offset, which means 38, 40, 42, 45, they're all gonna fit perfectly fine with 265. If you go less tire, obviously those are gonna work. If you wanna run 275, you have to do plus 45. So with that said, let's go to the car, explain to you why I didn't feel so confident. At the time, I didn't know why, but I felt something wrong with the car. Now that we have it lifted, you're gonna see exactly why. So let's get to it. If you're looking at these tires, they're not that bad. I mean, yeah, they're pretty much at the end of its lifespan, but pretty much if you look at these tires, the indicators right there, we still got some time with them. But the reason I'm removing them is because of the driver's side. All tires have already been flipped. So if you look at the outside here, the face side, it already has a bunch of wears. It's not as terrible as I thought, but the driver's side is the ones that are a lot more worse. Hopefully you guys can see this, but looks like I got another battle scar here at the track. Might be able to wax it off. I don't really feel it go deep into the clearer paint, so let's see if we can wax it off later. So let's take off both of these wheels and let's see how bad the damage is. So looking at the rear tire, you can see here it has a lot of camber wear. So yeah, this tire was pretty much near its end, but it looks like the ones on the right got more beat up. But yeah, it feels a little bumpy here, so yeah, but tires did its job, did what exactly what I wanted it to do. So let's check the front. First off the bat, if you guys see here, the line's not even there no more, but this is what I kept feeling on the track. So like I said, when I was on track, it felt kind of off. It's so bad that the track literally ate a piece of tire on my car. But if we check the entire thing, I think that was the only one. Yeah, I mean, that looks to be the only one. Obviously the tire is bald at this point. It's not good to be used no more, but yeah. So luckily I was able to track it, drive about 200 miles and still get home. So shout out to FIREHAWK. FIREHAWKs aren't the best when it comes to grip for the type R's, but I mean, leave a comment though. I think it did its job very well. So next thing to do on the list, which is nothing with the actual wheel or anything itself. Before I check it, I'm gonna check my pads real quick. They look pretty good still. We see here, yeah, not supposed to be that flimsy, So pretty much what happened on the track somehow. So So pretty much what happened is somehow this got loose. It's actually mounted by one screw here and a second screw here. You're actually supposed to make a second hole on the body panel, but I decided not to. I was just using this one. If you guys recall, last year I got in an accident, damaged my OEM side skirt and my Mugen skirt. So I pretty much replaced these myself. It's pretty easy. Check out that video if you guys are interested to see how I did it. But pretty much somehow the screw down here popped off and then it just started doing this. So pretty much what I'm going to do is going to find another screw that I can put here, and then I'm actually going to put double-sided double-sided tape on the back side of this just to give it more stick. So it'll be sticking from here, and then the screw will give it security. So side skirt is mounted back on again. I was able to find the OEM screw. I mean, it's very generic, but luckily I had one. Literally just found one of these. So and then what I did was on the top side added double-sided tape, and then up here on the outer side added another side of double-sided tape. So if you guys plan to install a Mugen skirt, it is preferably to put the second screw just in case one comes off, just like it happened to me. The second one is still there for safety. So pretty much good as new. Let's put on the last wheel, and then let's talk about the oil filter relocation kit.